and you are mine. You took the pain away, didn't mind my scars, mend my broken heart. Life was dull until you came. Now I see in color again. It could rain right next to you, Come rain or come shine, I don't mind, 'cause I'm right next to you.
Hey, bitch!
Right next to you, next to you, next to you, next to you. Who would have thought I'd be up on cloud nine? I would never take our love for granted. Love how you make me feel alive. don't cover me, babe. Your shadow's hanging over me. Breathe on me, just breathe on me. And don't cover me, babe. Don't lay yourself on top of me. I don't want us to start again. I'll get it in, I'm not your friend. No, when everything's been said and everything's been done, I'll be down the street or passed out on rum. 'Cause I'm trying to forget you, I'm trying to forget about you. Don't cover me, babe. Your shadow's hanging over me. Breathe on me, just breathe on me. And don't cover me, babe. Don't fill me with this false charades. I can't do this anymore, or I'm not up for hurting no more. When everything's been said and everything's been done, I'll be down the street or passed out on rum. 'Cause I'm trying to forget you, I'm trying to forget about you. There's nothing I wouldn't trade. Oh, now bleed if you gotta bleed, or leave if you gotta leave. Scream if you gotta scream, misbehave if that's what it takes. Oh, run if you gotta run. I said come if you gotta come. Oh, dream. Oh, when everything's been said and everything's been done, I'll be down the street or passed out on rum. 'Cause I'm trying to forget.
Yay, pain!
I'm trying to forget about you. It's nothing I wouldn't trade. Can you feel my spirit go? Can you see my spirit
good to see you. How you heckin' doing? Hey, pals. Hi. Hi. Hello, friends. How you doing? Oh, look at you 20 stream streak stopping. That's very cute, and I like it very much. Hello. Shall we look at some patch notes? Hi, Epaphras. Thanks for checking that my multi-chat is working. And now I'm on the right page. I felt so guilty. That was like yesterday, and this is like stupid, dumbass streamer woes. But yesterday, somebody in on YouTube chat said, "How are you liking the game so far? Do you have any, is there anything that you'd like to improve? Do you even talk to chat?" And I wasn't on my multi-chat tab because I typed in !awards to get that working. And I accidentally left it in my chat that I could input on. And I felt so bad. Like, fully terrible. So I guess that person left a dislike and then fucked off and never subscribed. I felt so sad. I felt so sad about it. I was just like, I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know how to do this. I just felt like, you know when you do something wrong and you do something that disappoints one person that is completely preventable. I've got hair like falling out. That's completely preventable and you could have prevented it. That's how I felt. I felt so bad disappointing this random stranger on the internet. I love this track. These are all played as on Not Tonight, which is an excellent game. I finished Not Tonight 2 last night. It's very full of social commentary. It's a Papers, Please, like they talk about Ostoska in the game as well. Not Tonight 2 is infinitely better than Not Tonight 1. They're very good. If you like Papers, Please, you will like them. Not Tonight 2 is a lot better. Maybe a little too close to home with everything. Very, very full of political commentary. But also has a soundtrack that utterly slaps. And it's provided mostly by Epidemic Sound, which means that I went, yoink! Cool. Right. Shall we have a look at the Dodec update? We'll have a look at these notes. And then we're going to go and play some Anno 117 Pax Romana. Probably for the rest of today. Because knowing Frontier, it's going to be delayed. And even if it isn't delayed, I'd only have like an hour and a bit of gameplay. And we're going to talk about it all night on Lave as well. We're going to go through the Dodec and this on Lave. So I figure we'll do patch notes now. And then I'll go and get another coffee, and then we'll jump into PAX 117 Anno 117 Pax Romana. Good. I'm glad that it's another title that's nice and short. Hi, Kismo. Okay, cool. Greetings, Commanders. The Dodec update is now live. You're a liar. The update reintroduces the re-envisioned Dodec station via ARC's early access. Good. Alongside a number of fixes and updates which signify the end of the system colonization beta. Thank you for all of your feedback during the beta I'm going to switch between beta and beta constantly in this. And we'll continue to monitor system colonization, player data, and feedback moving forward. Features of note. Dodec Station variant has now been added to the game. 3 variants are available for construction. No truss. 07 after 7 and 12 with that path by fixing one tunning. I don't know what that means at all. Oops. You're by Lave Station tonight and open this time. Amazing. Right, no truss, quint truss, deck truss. Are the trusses the hammers? trusses the hammers? What are the trusses? So are we going to have a 10-hammered dodeck? Are we going to have a 10-hammered dodeck? Because that's too many hammers. Selling items one by one gave more merits than selling in one go. Oh, did it? Gross. Gross. What a weird game. Weird way to game the system. Right. Okay. Purchasable for 50,000 arcs. Grants an instant build credit which can be used to complete its construction effort once. This can only be done once and cannot be undone. If you demolish the facility, you will not be refunded your free deployment. Everyone will go deck new hammers, 100%. Any materials donated to the facility's construction effort before using the instant complete option will not be refunded. Oh, so you make it up and then... So from that, I'm getting... is they were using a script to automate what was selling in one go. Sorry, oops, you're pissed off that people can't use a script to do that anymore to gain an advantage. Ew. Wow. Okay, so from this I'm getting you order it, you buy the ability to do it, you order it, and then you fulfill that instant build fulfillment with your token kind of thing. Unlocks construction rights or additional dodeck construction efforts. System economy points cost still required. Once constructed, someone commented on my YouTube video, what do you mean the cost? What do you mean the cost to install one? And I mean this. Can't imagine selling one at a time. No, me either, Motley. Once constructed, the dodeck will provide the human tech broker service. Station paint drops can be applied to the dodeck the same way as other stations. Oh! So if you've already bought a Coriolis paint job, does that just go on the dodeck then? So it's not a separate buy. Oh, I'm kind of proud of you for that. Okay. Grade credits per material. Oh, sorry, right. Power play care packages. Alongside significant fixes to the claim interface. Better be another buy, it just can be painted like the others. Well, we'll see. We'll have a look at the store when the servers go back live. We'll sort of buckend packs with it, maybe. Or just look at that on Lave later. Alongside significant fixes to the claim interface, a number of adjustments have been made. Odyssey-specific materials will not be rewarded to players who are not running Elite Dangerous Odyssey. This will also be applied retroactively. When a specific material capacity has been maxed out, or when a player's on-foot locker is too full to receive materials, the excess materials are converted into credits with the following conversion rate. Ideal. This conversion also happens for players not running Elite Dangerous Odyssey. The value of credits according to this table of any Odyssey specific materials will be added to their account. Right. So we don't get a chance, just to clarify, we don't get a chance I'm confused about this. So when we open a care package now, if we're full of the material, instead of getting the opportunity to go and move stuff around if we can, we just blanket get credits instead. Is that right? Is that how I'm reading that? So it doesn't give us a warning, it just does it. Yeah. I don't know if I like that. I'd rather be told, I'd rather have a pop-up saying you have excess materials. Would you like to transfer? Would you like to transfer it? Hi Jay, would you like to transfer it? As opposed to as opposed to just like a straight blanket. Yes, it's in the right direction. Yes, it's in the right direction, and this is the right choice to do. But like your options. I'm a big fan of options. I'm a big fan of giving players options rather than acquiescing. No, that's not the word. Rather than sort of like not pandering to the loudest voices. That doesn't feel right either. You guys know what I mean. Okay, okay. Yeah, exactly. You can't see what you're giving up without opening the care package. So you open the care package. There isn't a way to just close it without... I can't think now whether there's a way to just close it without opening... Player agency. Yeah, that's the word I'm afraid I'm looking for. There isn't a way to just... say whether or not you can use it. Because let's face it, if it's giving me... What was one of the ones earlier? One of the ones last week was a metal, just a metal, a raw material, and I'd love to have been able to move that around. It shows you what the items are before you claim, but unless you have a third-party app open, you can't go and check what you're maxed out in and stuff on everything. You can't even access care packages at the moment. I understand why that would be a problem, Victoria. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those. It was one of those ones like the. It's another one of those ones where you slap a piece of tape over a leaking pipe, and eventually the pipe will leak around the outside. I don't feel it's perfect. It's a perfect fix. That's my issue. Okay. Power play packages, grade credits per material, so 2,000, 4,000, 8,000, 16,000 and 32. This conversion also happens to players not running Elite Dangerous Odyssey. The value in credits according to this table of any Odyssey specific materials will be added to their account. Care package will now expire after 30 days. If a care package has been unclaimed for 30 days or more, beyond rank 200 the window breaks. Do you mean the beyond rank 2 when you've got 200 care packages? That's when the window breaks. Have you not opened any of them? If a care package has been claimed for 30 days or more on the following maintenance, it will be automatically opened and any excess materials converted into credits. That's great. An inbox message will be sent if you have unclaimed care packages, which will be opened on the next maintenance. Note that any care packages earned before this patch will begin automatically opening on the 20th of November. What you see, you can't open at that point. The screen just breaks. Okay. Power play. Measures have been put in place to prevent unfair amounts of merits to be obtained or to impact system control scores. System score and merit gain from the on-foot transfer power data activity has been re-enabled. On-foot transfer power data. It is no longer possible to gain excess merits or control score by selling commodities 1 unit at a time or by undermining with laundered low-value commodities. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, we've just been talking about that, Commander Mars. Okay, that's that one then. That's this one then. Okay, colonization. Brewer Corporation has a new governing body which will no longer consider certain goods illegal, e.g. battle weapons, that are now required to complete certain constructions. Balanced how building certain facilities affects system development level, security, standard of living, tech level, and wealth. The initial start port... Does that mean... The initial starport will have more weight in affecting these values as below. Development level, all of these. Subsequent facilities will now have less weight in affecting these levels as below. So when they say initial starport, do they mean primary port? Do they mean previously primary port? But we don't get a choice where the initial starport goes. So... if you've got a starport where nothing else can reach, if you've got a starport that nothing else can reach, You do get to pick the type. You have a choice of what to build. Okay. Have I been sent that? It's outfitting, shipyard, etc. that it would affect. So it's no longer, it's really no longer in your best interest. Oh, it should be though. Everyone was ending up with maxed out stat. I don't think everyone was, because I certainly wasn't. Because I did like a little bit and then moved on to something else. I think there's now I think there's now an incentive to build a tier 3 port as your primary port. And that might lead to burnout. It's a lot to deliver in 4 weeks. It's a lot to deliver with a 4-week deadline. That's fascinating. Or you buy a dodeck. I see it now. I see now why they've done it. I see now why they've done it. Thanks, Apaphis. Thanks for clarifying that for me. But an outpost doesn't have Vista genomics, does it? You can only install Dodec once, so yeah, that's true. That does concern me. That does concern me. I would like more clarification about what that means. What have you missed? This section. This section. We're on colonization now. Start with the right outpost. So what? But still, if I start with an outpost, that's going to have 20 more development level, more security than a Coriolis after it. That's gonna, an outpost will give me more standard of living, and I don't have Raven Colonial in front of me, but doesn't a Coriolis give a better standard of living and those kind of things? Doesn't it do better standard of living? It's not the lines. Yeah, 20% more of the current value. Isn't an outpost less security than a Coriolis? Yeah, Simon, I understand how percentages work, my guy. I can't remember where, because it's been a long time since I've done it. But let's say, doesn't a Coriolis have a bigger development level than or a standard of living than an outpost? Then a similar outpost. So the incentive, effectively, if you're looking at it at face value, and we can have a look at this in a minute if you want. If you're looking at it at face value, actually, let's have a look at it now. Is there a way to just check it? Hi, love. Which is the planning a system? Okay, right, here we go. Thank you. Let's have a look at this. I'm gonna move over here. So if I want to make a, let's say I want to make a Orbis starport, I'm looking at that pop, wealth, tech, security's low, that's fine. Wealth, tech, thought and dev, that we're doing an Orbis starport, but then if we do a, I don't even know, like a civilian outpost, it's this. So yeah, okay, so I'm right. So the incentive to put like a Coriolis or an asteroid starport, but predominantly like we don't know what the Dodec is, but it's already in here. But predominantly doing a the incentive would be there to do these rather than an outpost, despite the outpost being so much easier for you to put in. It will be a percentage less. Yeah, we've established what the percentage will be. So if you build an Orbis later, your development level is a third of what it should be. The security level, Orbises aren't great for security, but the standing of living is half. The tech level is a third of what it should be. And the wealth is like 20. I don't like this at all. I think that's a really bad idea. I like the story of having a little outpost, and this shits all over it. And it adds pressure, but what it also adds pressure is for people to buy a Dodec so they don't have to worry about it at the first point. I hate this. If you only want to build an outpost to do primary, yeah, that's true. If you only want to build an outpost, subsequent facilities, what are you classing as the facility then, Sai? They just want the galaxy to be peppered with Dodecs and new systems. I think they want to, those of us who are too time poor to be able to make the thing. Facilities will mean everything. So all like everything in your system. I'm disappointed by that. Refinery contracts are now only present at markets with pure refinery economy. Refinery contracts have been re-enabled. Yeah, Frontier don't use standard language. No good for casual players, but gives a hand up to those that live in the game. Which is a weird, like, unless you pay for it. Unless you pay for it. Clarified on the forums that it's to make the systems more varied in the galaxy. I don't believe that I don't believe that it will. I think it's a silly change. I don't know this everyone that you spoke about. Just to adjust the values on ports. On certain ports. This is punishing people who don't have the time to play. Less people will be doing it because of time constraints. And I don't have an incentive anymore. Like, why would I have... The only incentive that I can do is buy a Dodec and put it in a new system. Emergency power cells will now be produced by and therefore available from planet-based industrial economies. You've got one of those, haven't you, Chris? Squadrons, the cargo insurance perk has been re-enabled and reworked. It will now instead restore 50% of lost cargo to your ship when rebought, instead of returning 50% of the value in credits. Okay, issue tracker fixes. I'm gonna park that because otherwise I'll be really, really mad at it, and I think I want to play this new game that Ubisoft have sent me. So let's move on to the issue tracker fixes. Resolved power play care package panel becoming corrupt when the player has a large number to claim. Good. That's the thing that we were talking about. Added UI acceleration on transfer amount when moving commodities to fleet carriers. That's the best fix. That's the best fix. It's the best fix, absolutely. Resolved apostrophes being blocked when renaming a system colonization facility. Woohoo! Resolved issues with cargo not transferring correctly to fleet carriers. Resolved instances where the amount of oh hey, that's good. Resolved instances where the amount of required commodities was more than on the pre-purchase screen when selecting a facility for system colonization. I hadn't noticed that, but I'm sure it was a thing. Resolved instances where squadron aligned factions were not present in system colonization claimed systems. Resolved instances where the Cobra Mark 5 was triggering hostile reactions at settlements when landing. Resolved certain commodities being flagged as illegal in Ashling Devour systems. Resolved an exploit undermining with low value commodities. That's further up as well, isn't it? Resolved instances of missions incorrectly impacting the BGS during elections in power play systems. Resolved instances where some of the players' ships were not accessible after upgrading to Odyssey. I'd seen that as well somewhere. Adjustments made to Type 11 Prospector underside rear hardpoints. Adjustments made to merit rewards for selling individual commodities rather than in bulk. Yeah, we talked about that. They broke it and one person was very upset. Resolved newly colonized systems for not triggering contract conflicts at settlements. Has it resolved? The game's offline because they were applying an update, X-Ray. No, so no, there was someone in Oops in YouTube seemed very, very angry. Seemed very, very angry about them selling one item at a time not being something that would give you more merits. And they've broken power play with this patch by doing that. Adjustments made to the cockpit camera movement in the Panther Clipper when rolling. Okay, bug fixes. Jesus! Okay, bug fixes. Improvements made to power play digest data resulting in quicker load times. Resolved instances of a crash that could occur when receiving a power merits notification. Resolved incorrect merit reward being displayed when handing in power play data or power play commodities to a power contact. Made adjustments to player assignments where the rescue escape pods were active. Removed all variants of the collect escape pods assignments. Why? Well, I guess I'm fucked in Kane. Why? It's the only viable way for Zamina to actually acquire systems and fortify them. Was it? Was it really? Because you've already I'm gonna call you out here specifically, Oops, because you said it was the only viable way for Zamina to actually acquire systems and fortify them. Now we have to mine. So you're already telling me that there is another way. You've in that same sentence, you told me there is another way, but you'd prefer to game the system. Right? Just to clarify. I like mining. Mining's fun. Okay, removed all variants of the collect escape pods assignments. Rank 0 commanders who have been assigned with collect escape pods are now assigned hand in salvage instead. Anyone currently with collect escape pods for undermining has been given hand in salvage for undermining. Hand in salvage. Okay, that's still a thing then. Anyone with collect escape pods for reinforcement have been given hand in salvage for reinforcement. So salvage still works. Salvage still works, but escape pods don't. I'm confused. It's just funny removing them. Yeah, Ken used to have a bonus for escape pods. That's why I'm sad about it. Resolved power play care packages being reordered after claiming a package. That's amazing. Resolved instant, but it doesn't really matter anymore because you just get credits anyway when you turn it in. So you could get tons of escape pods from that mega ship being biffed by Thargoids. You haven't. I was supposed to be playing. I'm supposed to be playing Pax Romana now, and I'm not. But we will be. Yeah, the search and rescue game loop's fun. It's fun. It's not staring at a screen and running a macro to sell one item at a time because you don't want to actually play the video game. Resolved instances where the primary port of a system colonization system was not displaying as a completed facility in the My Colonies panel. Resolved instances where using the demolish option on a system colonization facility will treat it as a cancellation rather than demolishing the facility. I don't understand what the difference is, but you know, I haven't demolished a facility. I don't know what would the difference be? Is there a difference between what you get back from it? Because you still get points back even if you cancel. I wonder if that is the thing that relates to the points issue. So it was treating it as a cancellation. So a cancellation just straight up just gives you points. Maybe that might be related to the points issue. Resolved instances where the system matches incorrect construction process. Change construction sites to have a dedicated government type to prevent required construction cargo from being deemed illegal there. That we talked about earlier. Resolve the cancel construction panel incorrectly referencing economy points instead of construction points. Resolve the cancel construction panel incorrectly saying demolition instead of cancellation when referencing how many construction points will be refunded. Yeah, okay, so this is it. This is the thing. This is the thing that grumpy videos were made about yesterday. Resolved the system map incorrectly showing a demolished construction as still being present. Resolved the demolished facility panel not listing the facility's full name. So lots of like quality of life fixes to the demolished side. Ensure players who are part of a squadron which has an active squadron restriction on new claims from a system colonization facility cannot bypass this by leaving the squadron. That's funny. That's very funny. Resolved the system colonization cooldown restriction incorrectly saying 24-hour cooldown when a 30-minute restriction is in effect. Resolved the construction mining is the most time-consuming and tedious way of gaining merits, and you can't always do that since not all systems have proper deposits, so it seems ZT power play will die. You can't do literally anything else unless Frontier gives you something else to work with. You can't do literally anything else. Use a Type 11 if you don't have a Type 11. I suppose that is pay to win, I guess, for the time being. the bottom of the power play leaderboards? Is it always Torval, or isn't it Petraeus at the bottom? I feel like it's always Petraeus at the bottom. As someone who reads the power play leaderboards every week. Would handing in salvage help? I don't know. It's literally, apparently it's only selling one item at a time for Torval people. I was sure Petraeus was at the bottom. Hold up. Let me pull up show notes. Funnily enough, we have a whole list of them. Let me look at last week's show notes. By anyone. This one. Oh, that's tomorrow. That's tonight's. I clicked on the wrong one. Bad times. Torval gained 12 systems last week. Is that all through selling items? She's got 709 systems. Petraeus is at the bottom with 658. With power play, it's about gaining large amounts of merits within the smallest rate of time. One turning was the only viable way of gaining them. I guess you're going to have to find another way then, mate, rather than gaining the system. Gaming the system would be my guess. You're going to have to find another way of doing it. I'm sure not everyone else is doing that and they're gaining systems as well. Hi, Cypher. Right, okay. Where were we? Resolved the construction effort UI for primary reports not listing the faction that is expanding. Resolved completed construction site using incorrect icon and not being removed from the system map. Changed the cancel button on the cancel demolition panel to back to avoid confusion. I suppose, yeah, because if you're cancelling it, you could say you're cancelling. Yes, good plan. Yeah, one turning and clipper doesn't sound fun or a good use of time. I'd much rather mine. Oh, you have? Okay, cool. Cool. I've got a couple of people who are doing things for me. So once I get them all, I'll let you know. I'll let you know, Ewok. A couple of people reached out, so I gave you all a script and went, do it for me, and Chris and I will make a decision based on it. But we've got 2 already. I'm just waiting on one more. Okay, right. I'm very excited about it. Resolved instances. Change the squadron cargo insurance pack down to reward the player with half of the lost cargo. Resolved instances of yellow adder disconnects during the respawn flow when the squadron cargo insurance perk was active. Resolved instances of black adder disconnects when attempting to purchase a squadron fleet carrier. Resolved instances where selecting a squadron activity leaderboard could result in the all contributors bracket being blank. Resolved the squadron log entry displaying incorrectly for changing the squadron carrier notorious commander access level. Okay, resolved the squadron log entry displaying incorrectly when changing the permissions of a squadron rank. Resolved CQC and Pilots Federation perks not granting increased XP after completing a match when the squadron perk is active. Resolved adding or sharing a squadron bookmark causing a black adder error. Resolved instances of weapon upgrades failing to complete. Resolved instances of transaction errors when using add max at bartenders when you have mission items in your inventory. Ooh, okay, I didn't know you could do that. Why can you not use add max everywhere then? Resolved instances of where cargo transfers to fleet carriers could fail in busy systems. Resolved discrepancy between bartender and buy order price and carrier balance in the UI. Resolved missing localization for the commander renaming option and description in game extras. Resolved on-foot tutorial objectives displaying in ship for Horizon players. resolved strobing effect when opening the pause menu after opening the galaxy map through the faction screen. Ooh. Thank you for removing a strobing effect that I didn't know was there, Frontier. Resolved the subsurface displacement missile not being equipable in the Type 11 Prospector's mining hardpoint slots. The 2B subsurface extraction missile is not included in this as it's not for mining gameplay. It was a dedicated module for Titan gameplay. Thank you for clarifying. Why would you even need that anymore? That's a redundant weapon, isn't it? Fix the Lacon manufacturer decal taking on colours from paint jobs, resulting in reduced visibility due to colour clashing. Resolved size 2 turreted multi-cannons visual issue where the barrel moves forwards and disconnects, creating a gap in the model. Reduce max cargo required for starter missions to prevent auto-routing, taking new players through non-starter zone systems of the stock Sidewinder. Nice. Hi, the Bolt Gamer. In your face, people who said now that Type 11 came out. Type 11's not out of early access, is it? Isn't Type 11 the most recent ship? I was going to say, it's only been out for like a week. Fix the Lacon manufacturer decal taking on colours from paint jobs, resulting in reduced visibility due to colour clashing. We said that one already. Resolve size 2 turreted multi-cannons visual issue where the barrel moves forwards and disconnects, creating a gap in the model. Reduce max cargo required for starter missions to prevent auto-routing, taking new players through non-starter zone systems with the stock Sidewinder. Resolved instances of backface. I read that word entirely wrong. Backface culling on asteroid station mail slots. I was like, ew, yeah, excuse me. Holy shit. Minor fixes to the Type 11 Prospector hasn't spoiler. Various fixes for the Spectrix paint jobs. Various localization fixes for cosmetics. Okay, excellent. So I have concerns about this. Only in that I'd love to be able to have like an option when I click on it on redeem, it says you've got this, we're not able to do this. Would you like to convert it to merits? Just like a pop-up. Just like a pop-up would be great. But the fact that they've done something is good. Again, it's like slapping a plaster on the problem and hoping that it goes away. This is the vibe that I get. And then the other thing that I'm... Yeah, Wars at Settlements. Wars at Settlements. Did I miss that? Where did it say that? Did I say those words out loud? Where is it? Second one for... Thank you, Katie. That's so dope. That's so dope. We can have like, conflicts at our own station, our own systems. Exciting. Just in time for December and the release of the Caspian Explorer, Frontier to do a balance pass on the AI and on foot combat. Which is, I'm not going to lie, I'm so much more looking forward to seeing what that patch looks like than this. I'm concerned about this. I'm hoping that an issue I was having in the past week will fix. Finding me ready to set up a squadron, but you're having issues with making it. Getting server 500 errors and some really annoying deal with the profanity filters blocking non-profane words. It might still block it's a really heavy profanity filter. So it is what it you're concerned about the balance pass on the on-foot stuff now because of what they've done here, Chris? Is that what's concerning you? I understand. I feel like until we see exactly what the problem is, or how this is affected, I am concerned about it. I agree with you. I am concerned about it. It feels like it is pushing people to make a what's the care package thing? The care package thing is it will, if you are full of something, it will automatically confirm it, can change it to credits for you, without giving you a pop-up or giving you the option to, to choose whether or not you want to just keep it there and then rejig some stuff around. Balance pass on foot will be getting one shot when you step up the apex. Faster sniper rounds. 100% faster sniper rounds is what everyone wanted. Well, I say what everyone wanted. I would like... I can only speak for myself. So 100%... If I'm saying me, I want faster stations. Paul has posted the Dodec hauling requirements. Is that on the forums? I don't know that it will. I don't know that it will, and it's disappointing to me. But we will find out. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's how it works. Like, if the sniper rounds go quicker, everyone will have faster sniper rounds. Do we have a link to the forum? Thanks, Apathis. Okay, so we have a list of the commodities for the Dodec. Which looks about the same.
Remember to stay hydrated.
It does look about the same. So there is that. Is there anything... Just scrolling through looking for dev things. I don't like this. So they used to add 100 points of tech level, now they add 40, they don't deduct 60. Yeah, but they do. They do if they're already established. Like new systems, that doesn't matter. Everything's being applied retroactively as well. So you get less, it's 60% less on a new system. I'm just scrolling looking for, yeah, you've got to build a tier 3 first. That's the way I'm reading it. If you don't build a tier 3 first, you're not getting the most out of your system. And that is nothing else. That is, in my opinion, yeah, thanks, Katie. In my opinion, I feel like that is either punishing a... Yeah, it doesn't reflect the effort that you put in anymore. Yeah, your security installation will now offer less security than it did before. Exactly that. It's very frustrating, and I understand why people are pissed off about it. You could do it in 30 days, but you have to spend 6 hours a day on it, and I think that's the thing. You've not necessarily a grand port, but you have. I feel like now, historically, I've said okay to be able to fulfill those needs as a time poor commander. To be able to fulfill those needs, make your outpost first, so that's fulfilled in those first 4 weeks, so you don't feel pressurized into hauling a huge amount of bits. And now I can't in good faith say that. Now I'm like, actually, you know what, work really hard to put a tier 3 in. You can't deconstruct a primary port. That's my takeaway from this. Looking at the numbers, and as we've looked at what a Coriolis can give you, like now we've looked at what Coriolis can give you in comparison to what an outpost can give you. It would be bonkers to not pick a Coriolis before, or a Coriolis or an Ocellus or an Orbis, an Orbis or a Ocellus even more so, and absolutely break yourself doing that initially. Or, you know, you could always spend money on one system and get a free Dodeck placement. And sometimes the initial spaceport slot is not where you want it. And the installation will offer less. I don't think it adds variety. I think, again, let's whack a security change. The security change is -20 or +40. So +40 on your initial starport, so which I assume means primary port, and on subsequent facilities -20%. So if it provided 8 before, it now provides 6. And then it's whacking a core-shaped means your security doofer is only doing 80% security now, or compared to what it used to. I think this is a terrible idea. Why can't people have those people that, and I understand, I know some people aren't pissed about it, but I understand the people who have worked really hard to get this system doing everything that they want or being shinders to. I can understand that those people would be a little bit pissed off because they've built all of the facilities in a way that has made it At least it doesn't impact the equality. Hang on, I need to... There's a higher standard of living that we were promised in the Dodeck still exists. We don't know what the actual levels in the Dodeck are yet. We don't know what the actual levels in the Dodeck are. But if we are to believe that it's higher than an Orbis, it's gonna have to be a higher wealth. Reckon you should be able to upgrade outposts to tier 2 or tier 3 later? That'll fix it. That'll fix it. Let us change the development level of a station. Like, obviously meeting all of the point requirements and things like that. But if I've got an outpost and I made a primary outpost, If I made a primary outpost and made an outpost rather than a starport, which is the technical name changes between the two. In doing that, do I then have a that would help, because I wouldn't have the time restraints. That's my feeling anyway. I don't think this is good. I don't know how I can make that how I can make that clearer. I don't think this is good. I think it is a bad choice. To do. And I think there are some good changes in there. I think the care packages are a good change. I think a deck truss Dodec station is going to be flipping hilarious. I don't like the balancing development level. So what problem they felt, according to Paul on the forums, this was a design choice to ensure more variation in the galaxy and prevent all stations from being max stats and similar. So that's what they were wanting. They're wanting us to work to make all of our getting that stuck on previously built systems is a really bad idea. I agree. There's loads of good stuff in here as well. Like the power play care package panel being corrupt and all of those things that we've had an issue with. UI acceleration and transfer amount when moving commodities to fleet carriers. All of that is brilliant. There is a disconnect, for me at least, with this balance pass. I don't think it's a good idea. But there we go. That was our patch note perusal. Well, they'll solve the issue because they won't be maxed out because less people will be building. It doesn't feel like there's an incentive to even go back and look at what else I can put in my system. That's how I feel about it. Like, legitimately how I feel about it. Put you off building a new system. I get it entirely. Because I feel exactly the same. It feels like, unless you find like the perfect system and the perfect planets in that system, like unless you have the perfect layout of planets that will all interact with each other, I feel like this might result in a fair amount of chaining as well to find these perfect systems that will give you everything. And I don't know if that's the intention of Frontier either. I feel like those are the two ways it can go. People will just like abandon or not bother doing colonization at all. Or people will do a find a system that perfectly fits all of that and then chain out to it. So we'll have a series of outposts chaining out to a system. So it'll just be like weird outposts, unless Frontier alongside this stretch that 15 light years. Right now, you place an outpost, a couple of installations, a Coriolis, and you pretty much have a Shindex. Good for you, Simon. I don't. I've got two asteroid bases, a security installation, a tier 3 ground port, and I don't think it sells everything. I don't think it sells everything. And I don't see the problem in that. I don't see the problem in having items being readily available across the galaxy. I don't have a problem with the game being made easier, because every other aspect of the game every other aspect of the game has been made with the idea of expediting the process for players and recognizing that more players are more time poor than they used to be. 50k arcs, Victoria. I tune into Lave later, because we're going to talk about this again at length. Pals, we are going to wrap up the elite section there. I could talk about this for hours and days and hours and days, but you know what we will be doing for 2 hours tonight is talking about this over on Lave Radio. So go and follow Lave, and we will be chatting about this. I'm pretty sure we're all on the same page as well, which is a new one for Lave. But I am gonna hop into my Be Right Back screen, and I'm gonna stop the YouTube video and move on to a different YouTube video. When I come back, we'll be playing Anno 117 Pax Romana, which released yesterday, and thank you very much to Ubisoft for the key. Don't go anywhere, I will be right back. Then